What's up, everybody? Welcome back to D's Corner. I'm your host, D, and today is Mock Draft Monday. We're going to go ahead and jump right into a first-round mock draft. No trades this time. Getting over the long weekend. I will be working on one coming up for next Monday, and that'll be the one that I do trades, and I'll try to get crazy with that one. Maybe Caleb Williams doesn't go first in that one, but let's jump right into it. All right, let's see. All right, first pick. Again, no trades. We're going to do this straight up. Caleb Williams has been the pick the entire time. Jaden Daniels has had a good pro day. I think a lot of people are concerned with his size. I like the way the kid throws the ball. I like his athletic ability. I think he would probably be better early on than Caleb. The thing that I don't like that the Bears did not do is they did not sign a veteran backup to kind of bridge and help the young guys along. But they poured so much into Caleb Williams, and that's going to be the pick, Caleb Williams. All right, next up we have the Washington Commanders. We're going to go Jaden Daniels. You may or may not have seen the little leak from his college coach saying that Jaden would be good in Washington. The New England Patriots. I think that New England will trade back here. I definitely think that they can go with Jacoby Brissett and take the best deal that comes. But again, there's no trades in this one. So I don't think this will happen. This might be my first little curveball. But the more that it is talked about with Drake May, I think there are going to be some more issues that come up. And New England had a great run with a Michigan quarterback, so I think they're going to go J.J. McCarthy. Here is another potential. Actually, the next two teams are actually potential trade down teams with Arizona and the Chargers. There has been a lot of talks about Malik Neighbors possibly being wide receiver one. I don't know. I think Marvin Harrison Jr. not working out and conducting himself already as a pro. That's who his father is. That's where he's at. There's no reason. I think that they felt there was no reason to risk injury. Remember what happened to David Ajabo out of Michigan, I think last year or the year before. But I'm going to go ahead. We're going to go Malik Neighbors here. This actually could be a better position here with the Chargers for Marvin Harrison Jr. having a quarterback of Justin Herbert's caliber. I could definitely see them going offensive line here as well, but I don't think that they would pass up Marvin Harrison in this scenario. Now, New York is on the board now, and they have a quarterback. They need a quarterback. You went Duke for Danny Dimes, and we're going to go North Carolina here for Drake May. Nope, sorry. What's going on here? Sorry about that. Had a little bit of difficulties here. The Tennessee Titans. The Tennessee Titans have done a really good job of picking up players to build around their young quarterback. And now they're going to continue to do that. And they're going to take Joe Alt out of Notre Dame, continue to beef up that front and get a more verse team around Will Levis. Next up, we have the Atlanta Falcons. Atlanta, I believe they're going to go edge here. I like Dallas Turner to them, but I'm going to switch it up this time. And I'm going to give them Liatu Latu. I think that he is outside of his injury history. I really think that he's probably pound for pound the best rusher, edge rusher especially, which this bodes well for the Chicago Bears. Now, Chicago could do a lot of things here, offensively or defensively, to continue to build around their young quarterback. You do have an aging Keenan Allen. And my last mock, this guy kind of slid a little too far for a lot of people's liking, even my liking. So I'm going to give them Rome Odunze. I think him and Caleb could be a great pairing. I've seen some people compare him to not necessarily to Larry Fitzgerald, but a similar player. And I think he could get in and learn a lot from Keenan Allen. The New York Jets, there's been talks of the New York Jets trading back, and I could definitely see that as well. I like Brock Bowers for them. They did just trade for Hassan Reddick, which is an extremely, extremely, extremely good move. It seems like that's what they are all about. I would like Olu Fashanu here, but I'm going to go to Talisi Fuaga. He's a player that can play guard or tackle. Elijah Vera Tucker has had injuries, as well as Tyron Smith. So actually gives you position versatility. The Minnesota Vikings. You're on the clock. You need a quarterback, but now where do you go? This is too much of a reach, too big of a reach. They do have a decent offensive line. They do have I like what they've done defensively in free agency. They could definitely use a corner. They could definitely use a quarterback, obviously, but there's none here on the board. So we are going to give the Minnesota Vikings, they're going to go Quinyon Mitchell. Denver, also a team that could use quarterback play. So we know what has happened with Russell Wilson. They don't really have anyone on the roster, but it doesn't matter who's on that roster if you're not going to build around that person and have a decent roster. This team's not a quarterback away. So here we're going to go Jarrett Verse. Jarrett Verse, edge out of Florida State. They need an edge. I think that's someone that could definitely benefit them. Here's another team who could use a quarterback. They could use offensive line, running back, corner especially. I think you want to continue to make sure that your offensive front is set. Your offensive front is nasty. Your offensive front can get the job done. You want to get your quarterback protected. And Olu Fashanu is just a good pickup here. The New Orleans Saints, they could kind of go some of anywhere. There has been talks, so they are still kind of in cap issues. Don't be surprised if you see Marshawn Lattimore coming up for trade. This is a player that I could definitely see traded during the draft or even potentially afterwards. So with that being said, let's go ahead. We're going to go Terrion Arnold. Terrion Arnold gives us an opportunity to replace someone that we're going to have to trade. Marshawn Lattimore has been injured. He's a phenomenal corner when he's on the field. The issue is he's not there a lot. Now here, this would be a really, really good scenario for the Colts, having Brock Bowers and Dallas Turner on the board here. They did take a run at Daniil Hunter. It just did not work out. I would really, really like, as a Colts fan, I would really like Dallas Turner or Brock Bowers here. I'm going to go Brock Bowers. Brock Bowers will definitely give our quarterback our quarterback AR, Anthony Richardson, a security blanket, and definitely gives us more weapons. And I think that's what he will actually need. The Seattle Seahawks, they have the Washington offensive coordinator now. So we're just going to keep those ties simple. This could be a team that I could see later on trade back into the first round, potentially, and go after Michael Penix. But we're going to go Troy Fautanu. Jacksonville Jaguars, they're definitely in need of cornerback help. I don't see a scenario in which Dallas Turner falls this far. You have Josh Allen, who is on the franchise tag. You have not re-signed him, opposite of Trayvon Walker. Actually, yeah, that's the route I'm going to go. I'm going to go Dallas Turner. I don't think this is a player that they expected to be here. He's here, and they're going to jump on him. That makes that front even more formidable. The Cincinnati Bengals, I definitely think they should consider trading T. Higgins. But this is a team. It just seems like they're going to force him to play on the tag. It's more than likely he won't be there next year. So let's go back to the LSU pool, and we're going to go Brian Thomas Jr. Here with the LA Rams, they're in need cornerback. They're in need of edge. Their biggest player, their biggest face of the franchise, Aaron Donald, has retired. So where do they go here? Let's continue to try to build. Let's try to make our offense as formidable as possible. You have a good quarterback, a good running back. You have good wide receivers, a great play caller. Actually, I'll tell you what, we're going to go Nate Wiggins here. One of the top corners on the board. Probably not expecting him to be here. He's thinly framed, but he's extremely long, extremely fast, a good man-to-man guy. I like Nate Wiggins here. For the Pittsburgh Steelers, I consistently give them Amarius Mims. I'm not going to do that today. They are going to take J.C. Latham. They need a right tackle to continue to build up that offensive front. The Miami Dolphins are up next. I just really, really like this pick for Miami of Jackson Power Johnson. He is a really, really, really good center, someone who can kind of come in and anchor down that offensive line. The Philadelphia Eagles are now on the clock. Where will they go? Where will they go? You need some form of secondary help. You have Darius Slay, who's getting up there in age, as well as James Bradbury, who hit or miss last season, mostly missed. Let's go Kool-Aid McKinstry. I always mess up his last name. All right, the Miami Dolphins. The Minnesota Vikings, they are back on the board. And here is where they are going to go quarterback of Michael Penix Jr. He's had a lot of injury issues, but without those injuries, I think this guy, the way he throws the ball, if you put him in a good situation, which Minnesota could be a good situation for him. They have a solid offensive line and really, really, really good weapons, and they added Aaron Jones. Michael Penix had a really good pro day, running the 40, ran a 4.5, so he shows he does have some form of escapability. His issue, like I said, has been, I think he's had 4 major injuries, and 2 of them being ACLs. The Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys, they are in need of a lot, especially along that offensive front. They need defense as well. They're switching, I think, now from the Dan Quinn to Mike Zimmer, will be a more zone. He won't do it won't be what you saw before. I think the trenches are the most important, especially on that defensive side of the ball. And I like Brian Murphy out of Texas. I really like him. Keep the hometown kid in-house, if you will. The Green Bay Packers. Green Bay can go any kind of route they want here, but with Amarius Mims being on the board, Cooper DeJean, they can really go any way that they want to. And I think they're going to continue to build around Jordan Love, so let's make sure that he's protected, and Amarius Mims will be our pick. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, another team, again, can go any route that they want to. What we know about Todd Bowles likes to have his edge guys. He likes to get to the quarterback. He does have 2 young guys there, but releasing Shaq Barrett opens up the door for Chop Robinson. The Arizona Cardinals, who've already taken Malik Neighbors, they could definitely use a corner. I could see Budda Baker also being trade bait, so we can see where that goes. I'm almost tempted every time I do a mock draft to double dip at wide receiver for Arizona. I'm not going to do it here, but I won't say that I won't on the next one. But I like Jazon Newton for them. They're in need up front defensively. This coach is known for his defense from Philadelphia, and he hasn't really had his guys. I really thought Hassan Reddick could be a player to keep an eye on for the Cardinals to come kind of give him one of his pieces. Off to the Buffalo Bills. Cooper DeJean to Buffalo just almost feels a perfect match. Micah Hyde, Jordan Poyer are gone. Cooper DeJean can literally start right in and be a stalwart on his defense for a good period of time. Detroit Lions. Detroit can kind of go anywhere as well. They have a ton of offensive pieces. They are adding a lot defensively. We know that what they enjoy defensively. We know that Aaron Glenn, as the season progressed, he did extremely well with his defensive front. They just don't have a lot of glaring holes. So, like, this could definitely just be a good pickup for them. Literally, I could see this team also trading out of the first round, accumulating more picks, and allowing teams who want those quarterbacks to come back up into the later half of the first round. So what we're going to go here is we're going to go Graham Barton. They lost a guard. I like the Kevin Zeitler pickup, but Zeitler is also an older player. This gives you a first round pick who can groom behind Zeitler in hopes of taking over for him next year. The Baltimore Ravens lost 3 offensive line starters. There's a ton of ways that they could go here, but with Tyler Guyton on the board, right tackle being a need, Guyton being a massive man, why not? Why not get another road grader to open holes and open lanes for that big beast Derrick Henry that they just picked up? The San Francisco 49ers, another team can go some of anywhere. They have so much talent on their team, especially offensively. The one thing that I think that they do need is secondary help. You do have Hufanga coming back from injury. You'll need some corners. Tre'Davious Ward is in the last year of his contract, but I like Tyler Nubin here. I think this is a good value pick, someone who can step in and play if needed, and he can actually form a nice tandem with Hufanga. And with the Kansas City Chiefs, the last pick, there's anywhere that they can go here. I'm not as big on Xavier Worthy as a lot of people, just based off of his speed. He's thinly framed. I'm not really sure that he could be more John Ross than Tyreek Hill. So I think what they want to do, they will dip in Texas, but they're going to go A.D. Mitchell out of Texas, who's a big wide receiver, speed for days as well, and he gives you something. He gives you another player. Don't be surprised if the Chiefs dip a few times at wide receiver, especially with this news about Rashee Rice. I have no idea what this young man was thinking. You guys really need to start getting some better people around you and start making better decisions, being professionals. I understand being young and dumb. Now's the time to make this dumb decisions, but you don't want to make the life-altering decisions. Take note of what happened with Henry Ruggs and how his career and could be life, thrown away. So, but here's the results of the mock draft. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope it was better. Keep an eye out for me. Like I said, I'm going to do mock draft Mondays all the way up until the draft. I will do some draft coverage, maybe during, but definitely after, to see who won the draft. Just keep an eye out for everything I got going on, man. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. Any feedback that you guys deem necessary, shoot it my way. I have no problem engaging either. I'll start actually probably trying to go live after things get going for me and everything. So just keep an eye out on everything that I have going on, man. I really appreciate all the love. I appreciate the criticism, good and bad. I'm working, man. So just keep on with me, watch me grow, help me grow. I really appreciate it. So again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And this is the final part of this video for the mock draft. Again, thank you. Peace out.